Hello guys and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So, I wanted to play this for quite a while, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll go well. I have actually tried to not watch it, and also we'll just go in order, so yippee. But the first turnabout, I have tried my best not to look at any videos for a while. Guess. It's a lot of jelly, isn't it? Oh, well. That's not ideal. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Okay. That's unfortunately the one person you probably shouldn't have done. Oh, whoops. I apparently skipped through something. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hi, Chief. Oh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this, nor probably should they, but, you know, I don't care to judge. It says a lot about you and your client as well, and probably not all good things. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. You know, the one, whoopsie. The one thing you should probably not take a client for, but okay. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, okay, well, I just skipped all of that. Whoopsie, really want to help. Not much. It's over, my life, everything, it's all over. I don't know how to make their voices separate, I apologize. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the distance. I ain't afraid to die. Huh. What's wrong? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in the world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Newspapers say it was you. Here's where it, like, pauses, and it's like, so I bet you're wondering how I got here. It's perfectly fine. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butts. Wow. In 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble, probably because of the people he dates. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Apparently this time with his own dating life, but you know. But I know better than anyone he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Certainly gonna do something, Phoenix. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, let me do something that would never actually happen. Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial has set the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test, you know, something that would probably never actually happen. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp, hand shaking, eyesight fading, mom's spaghetti. I forget the actual quote. Test will consist of few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the defendant. Defendant? Larry? Larry Butts. Yay! Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. What a trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report so many times, but I didn't. No way I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? I think it's Cindy Stone. R. There we go. That's what I actually wanted to see. Yeah, Cindy Stone. But man, I would love if it was actually Cinder Block. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Struck once by a blunt object. My leg is cut in my own cord. Don't do that! No! Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed. Good for you. Thanks. Because I don't feel relaxed. Well, first a question for the prosecution, Mr. Pane. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck by a blunt object. Good lord. Would you explain to the court just what the object was? The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. I will try to keep Pane and Larry separate, but if they speak in the same line, I'm gonna have a hard time. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. Evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use our button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Pane, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what can I do now? Oh, good lord. Are we sure anybody should be doing a murder trial if they don't know what to do? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Player gets cited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by being dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. But that doesn't mean you know where she was. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. Appeared that she had several sugar daddies. Okay. Daddies? Sugar? Yep, that's where we are now, I suppose. Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude, we can clearly see what kind of woman. Okay. Yep. Definitely see what kind of woman Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in the wrong directions. Should I? Can we stop him from answering? My client has no idea the victim was seeing other men. The question is irrelevant to this case. Wince. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? Larry, that cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone, but also the proof that he didn't actually know about any of that was also very clear to see. Sure. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. He was definitely there. Yep. What do I do? You can't actually stop him from answering that one. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Well, Mr. Butts, dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. I didn't see her. Yes, I am. Oh, what the hell was that? Alright. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making a gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing from the scene of the crime. How unfortunate. Order in the court. Mr. Pane, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. So wouldn't he have been there in the first place? But sure. Please bring Mr. Frank Sowit to the stand. Oh, you look charming. Mr. Sowit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that right? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sowit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant standing right over there. I know exactly what to do this one. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that, but you can, because how did he know the phone wasn't working? I half remember this, half just am able to use logic against that one. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Snowitt used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Uh-huh. Alright, right. Okay. This is it. The real deal. Dang it. Man. Then the witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove that he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there somewhere. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. You know, like I've told you to do at least 3 different times. Then, once you found a contradicting evidence, present it. Okay. Okay. I want to actually press him on something, because I kind of know where I want to go. L is pressed. So let's press this first. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? Okay. How do you, nope, dang it. How do you know this one? The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't, right? But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And the phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I don't remember. How do you know it? Ah, dang it. How do you know this one? 1 p.m., are you certain? Yes, absolutely. Seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Sure. I suppose. Oh, between 4 and 5. How about this one? Prison is X. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. For certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy knows the time of death sometime after 4. There's no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that's... This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. He sounded very sure about it. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sowett, why were you so certain you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Oops. Sorry. Good job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. But I'm sure he's gonna come up with more. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Uh-huh. Again. So we can hear more of your lies. Time of the discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There's a voice saying time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, but there was a blackout, so you couldn't have. Congratulations. This is one of the only cases where logic presents itself very cleanly. I see. You heard a voice saying time of tape program. Mr. Wright. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Yes, I do. Uh-huh. Okay. Press. Are you sure it was television, not a radio? Well, no, I guess it could have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on that, but something about that seems fishy. Why can't you put your finger on it? There's an obvious spot here. The witness has testified. He heard the time. Present. Where's the blackout report? This one. X. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said that there was a blackout at the time of discovery. Yep. Because apparently no one else can figure that one out. And the record proves it. That's. You can have heard a television or a video. Well, the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sowitz? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. That's. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sowitz? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the beginning. In fact, I would prefer to only hear one testimony. These constant corrections are harming your credibility, and yet for some reason we haven't actually tried to question him more than Wright has. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock finding of the body. Very well. Let's hear your testimony one more time, please. Hearing time. Actually, I didn't hear it this time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yes, the murder weapon. The killer used it from the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Press. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off? Something's fishy here. Yeah, I'm aware. Because I'm fairly sure, yeah, this says statue. Wait a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Who do you think you are? Just answer the question. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Pane. As the witness stated, the statue's indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. Then how would he know that? If the head tilts, he would have had to touch something in the apartment. Besides the phone. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock, after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Yes, I do, actually. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he had never entered the apartment. See? Contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in the apartment. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. I do actually remember one little part that I would have never gotten otherwise because I suck at time zones. Mr. Sowit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time, even though it was wrong. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, heard, no, I mean I saw it move. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn, give him death. I don't know if appreciate you flinging your hair at me, sir. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting his claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim to sound no witness came heard from. Do you have any evidence? Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely a clock. Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now. Here it is in court. May I have the clock? Ask the court to listen very carefully. 8:25. That is certainly a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is a thinker after all. Well, you heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Pane, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Yeah. I've messed up his voice. Whoopsie. As you can see, this clock is actually 3 hours slow. Wrong, if I remember correctly, but that's okay. It's actually 21 hours fast. Precisely this discrepancy between what Mr. Sowett heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sowett, try to talk your way out of this one. That's... You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Dots. No, he's not. He is not right. Mr. Wright, seems you lack the evidence. No, I don't. No, I don't. Stop it. Stop it. No. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime. No, you didn't. You didn't fail. There's an actual thing. Not so fast, Mr. Sowett. Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder, except for I can. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was running 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock running 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason why the... Yes, I can, actually. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, have you found evidence supporting the claim? Of course! I know which one it is. Paris. This is why I say it's actually not running 3 hours slow. I'm fairly sure it's 21 hours fast. Present. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. And as we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is not 9. Oh, whoops. Sorry, it's 9 hours fast. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. That's impressive that it was at 4, though. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sowett. Or should I say, okay. Oh dear. You just foamed from the mouth. I think he's rabid. I think we should worry about that. Well, this case has certainly turned out quite differently than we all expected, but not really. Mr. Pane, you witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time, because that's just not how it's done. Thank you for... I don't know. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yippee! Confetti. And with that, the court is adjourned. Yippee! Turns out that Frank Sabo was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see what people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawat let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawat grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and hit her. How unfortunate. August 3rd, 232, District Court, Definite Lobby Number 2. I still can't believe I won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles. In there. It's been a while since I've seen you try and on such a satisfying note. Never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you were supposed to be happy. Oh, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Winnie's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. Innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this. Ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. I'm impressed that he made that, actually. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Doesn't that just make you want to cry? Larry. Dots. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? This. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some tempter. Huh? What about the clock? This is the clock you made for her. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. It's heavy. Yeah, heavy clock to take traveling. Also, it's just more space in a backpack where you could use a phone or a watch. Well, make of it what you will. Dots. Hey, Nick. I am glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Did you ask? Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little bit better. Yippee. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Yeah, I think so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer is because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometimes. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back, said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pass. Unless you count the clock he gave me, which is actually pretty impressive. I didn't know it then, but that clock was seeming to be at the center of another incident, and my promise to show Chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. Yippee! 6? You know what? Whatever. Yay! Brand new episode has been added. Save. Yes, please. This one. Cool. No, I wanna... Okay. Stop it. I'll actually pause there because I need to edit this one out because it's coming out later than usual today. Yippee! We love that for ourselves. Yeah, it's coming out late today, but hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you enjoy the series so far. I'm trying with my voices, but if you have any tips or tricks for either voice acting or for something to that effect, voice acting or just how I could do some further characters, including Edgeworth, let me know, because I will be able to see them before I put out the next video. So, hopefully you all enjoyed. See you all in the next video. Bye, guys!